welcome to Wholly Prepared. So I said this on my live tonight, but nobody ever goes to my live, so I have to make a video about it. Um, so I'm sure that you guys have seen in the congressional hearings that happened, what, like 2 months ago or something. Now, that was talking about UFOs very seriously. There was some congressional hearings a few years back, but they weren't taken as seriously. This time, there was Navy, there was Air Force. They were serious, and the news covered it seriously as well, which is a heads up for Christians. Okay, it's all good news because it's been known for years from researchers and Christians that they are going to use the cover story, the narrative, that when the rapture happens and billions of people disappear, they're going to use the cover story that it was a mass UFO abduction. That's been always on the headlines, on the idea that they were going to do this. But they've never rolled it out so clearly as they have, especially the last like 3 weeks. So it went from the congressional hearings to the DOD officially saying that UFOs were a true security threat. That is a first. That is a first that they literally came out officially and said that. So that's supposed to give us an alert, right? Okay, UFOs are the big bad. Okay, so then, since then, there's been stories all over the place in the news about how there's UFOs in the skies. Of course, more and more things are coming across our feed, and they're covered by supposed legitimate news sources. So now the latest in one of the newspapers that came across my feed today was, and I thought this was hilarious, but people will fall for this. It really will. I see the Andromeda or I forget which system, but apparently somehow they know that there's 3 civilizations that are antagonistic toward Earth from this system. How in the world would they know that? In real life, how would they? But realize that they have to spin this narrative so that people will start to listen to it and start to go, oh, so when the abduction supposedly happens, they can go, oh, that's them. They came to, and then they're gonna have this whole, we're at war with the aliens and all this crap, which because they took us or whatever, and then they're probably gonna say they exterminated us or whatever because we're never coming back, So, but it's good news for Christians. Okay, this is where I'm getting at. It's great news for Christians because the enemy is running scared. The enemy is preparing for the rapture. You realize that they're preparing. So the more this narrative is spun, the bigger it gets, the more the enemy believes that we're going to be raptured. It's amazing. You can often turn things around like that, big time. I mean, like, a lot of Christians can attest to this. Before there is a breakthrough, the enemy often attacks the worst, and that happened in my own life. Several weeks back now. It was really bad. It was really bad, the attack. And there was a breakthrough right after my son got out of the hospital, and I had a huge breakthrough. And yeah, it's definitely the way it goes. So if you can use the enemy against themselves and see what they're doing, you'll know. So then, like, okay, let's go to another one. So the Supreme Court. See where I'm at, minutes, okay, good. So the Supreme Court, they're throwing all these things out at us, right, all of a sudden, right? I'm hearing down the pike that they're going after gay marriage. Why are they throwing all this stuff out at us that the right, wanted, okay? Like, one after another, guns, and then, there was like 5 things in the past couple of weeks, and it's like, that we've been wanting for years and years and years. And all of a sudden we're getting it. Why? Okay, you know what critical mass theory is? Some people call it 100th monkey, which was the first name of the physics principle. And it's a tried and true tested scientific principle. Look it up, critical mass theory. It's awesome. It's the same theory. Sorry, I have a feeling of hair. Anyway, so there's like the Revolutionary War was won by like 2% of the population. That's critical mass theory. I don't know what the actual percentage is, so you have to look it up, but it's very low when the tide turns. And I truly believe that they knew in this country we were getting very close. Very close. It doesn't take 50%, which is what you'd think, right? For something to turn, it would take, like 51% of the population. No, 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 not at all. Look it up. It takes a very low percentage of the population to turn. It's a physics principle, and it works within all of Earth. And I mean, it's tried and true. So take a look at that principle. I think they knew we were very close to critical mass, and so to appease us, to calm us down, back us off, they're throwing out this stuff from the Supreme Court. Why else would it be? There'd be no reason. All of a sudden, they're throwing this stuff out to appease us, right? I mean, it's all good stuff. Don't get me wrong. Thank God. But there's always a motive to the other side. Always a motive. So anyway, we've got some really good things happening, and it's we can praise God for it, definitely. And especially when you see the enemy on the run. The enemy is on the run. They didn't like how close we got to critical mass. They certainly gearing up for the possibility of the rapture. All good news, I think. Okay, God bless.